Welcome to this Yojana magazine topic, Indian Diaspora. It has been taken from the October month 2020 of the Yojana magazine. How Indian diaspora is beneficial for India and for the other nations, and what exactly is diaspora? What kind of image this diaspora is creating in the another nations of the India? So moving ahead in this lecture, we will see all these questions. So what is diaspora? Before moving this lecture, I will request please go through this lecture till the end, because little knowledge is a dangerous thing. So moving ahead, what exactly is diaspora? What do you understand by diaspora? See, it is the name that diaspora is nothing but the people of India living outside in the another nations. They will be called as a diaspora. So diaspora is nothing but it is the name ascribed to the populations who leaves the home country. Home country in with respect to our country, it is India, who leaves their home country and moves abroad mainly for economic reasons. Mark the word, for the economic reasons. So if a person is leaving the home country, or like for our it is India, and moving abroad for the another nations for due to the economic reasons, for in search of jobs and all, then they will be called as Indian diaspora. Okay, and Indian diaspora is one of the largest in the world. Indians can be found in various countries at large scale. In most of the countries, whether in many countries, in whatever countries you will name, you will find Indians there, most of the cases. So that's why it is said that Indian diaspora is one of the largest in the world, and one of the most disciplined diaspora. Indian diaspora is considered even by the World Bank also. It is they consider Indian diaspora as the important diaspora who keeps in economy of the nations of the world running. They have a major role in maintaining the global economy. So moving ahead, what is the significance of Indian diaspora? They carry the image of Indian abroad, and they are the first people to make good depression and law abiding citizens in the most of the cases. See, Indian diaspora, they are recognized as the first people of all the diaspora within a nation who are abide by the rules and regulations of that country. They are considered to be the most disciplined diaspora in the world. Further, this diaspora provide remittances to our nations. Remittances means money sent back to the countries, to their relatives and all. So these diaspora also help in running our economy. They have a huge percentage in the economy of our country. They have a important role in the economy of our nation. So remittances provided by them. They further provide employment opportunities as will reduce the unemployment rate in the country. Like suppose a person A moved from India to USA. So ultimately there is a vacancy of one person in the India. It means what? Ultimately one person, competition of one person has been reduced in that nation, in India. That's why it is said that the employment opportunities provided to our citizen in the other country, ultimately it help in reducing the unemployment rate in the country, because there is a huge unemployment in our nations. So if people are moving to the another nations, so it helps in improving the improving the employment rate in the country. Further, the Indian diaspora significance is that it helps in the transfer of knowledge, resources, expertise, and also bridges the market for the development of the country of origin and the rest of the world. The knowledge that they gain, and further the knowledge they give back to the nations, is recognizable. A vital role played by the Indian diaspora is critical in the success of Indo-US nuclear deal. Earlier, India never considered in the nuclear deal in the world. US never considered India in the nuclear deal. Russia never considered it. So through the Indian diaspora only, we got the success where India and US had a nuclear deal. Okay, nuclear power plant has been established by Russia in the south, but actually in the world, India was never recognized as a nuclear power. But due to that, Indian diaspora, we have a better, their relationship with the US has been increased, and right now we have a Indo-US nuclear deal. The development of science and technology is mostly due to the role played by the Indian diaspora. In every field, in the medical field, in the research field, even in the NASA, you will find the Indians there. Indians are doing research and all in the science and technology and all. Okay, so that is nothing but that is Indian diaspora. The diaspora is the major source of trade and investment in India. The World Bank predicts, it is a very important word, the World Bank predicts that Indian diaspora to be the largest contributor and earner of inflows of remittances, which is helping the balance of the current account of the nation. Okay, so what are the challenges with the Indian diaspora? The main one of the challenge is the discriminations sometimes they face due to colors and all. Sometimes we call as red skins too. Competitions from the other nations, like skilled workers coming from the Bangladesh, Nepal, Vietnam, Sri Lanka, etc. in the another nations, so they are acting as a competition for that Indians. So ultimately we have to reskilled. If the worker is skilled, then we have to do another reskilling of the worker over a period of time, so that Indian diaspora have a better place in the job market at international level. Further, one issue is the Kafala system is the major challenge with the India. Like in most of the nation, this Kafala system is there. Like when you start working for any company, your passport will be seized and you won't be able to leave the country against their will. You have to take permissions, you have to go with their will, and then you will get your passport. So that is one of the issue. Kafala system is one of the issue where the worker's passport will be seized and it will be kept with the company or the company with the employee company. That is one of the major issue. Further fall of oil economics, like in the Middle East, unemployment, like oil prices are reducing and all, and harsh working environment, menial jobs, like a small kind of jobs are giving, like labor kind of jobs are given. So these are the issues with the Indian diaspora. So what are the steps taken by the government? So our Sushma Swaraj, that was the external affairs minister, now she is not more. She merged Ministry of External Affairs with the Ministry of Overseas Indian Affairs. This was one of the major steps taken by the government. Why she merged it? She gave explanation by this sentence, that she said to the Prime Minister that she realized that the substantial work of Ministry of Overseas Indian Affairs is done through our missions abroad, like Madad portal, Pravasi Bharati missions, Pravasi Kaushal Vikas Yojana, Operation Rahat, Sankat Mochan. So most of the works are done by that our missions that we carry for the abroad. So this MOIA is acting as a inefficient. So therefore she proposed to the Prime Minister that MOIA, Ministry of Overseas of Indian Affairs, should be merged with the Ministry of External Affairs, and ultimately these two Ministry of Overseas Indian Affairs have been merged with the Ministry of External Affairs, and this proposal was given in the year 2016. So what the portals we have? One is the Madad portal. What is the Madad portal with this? So it will help Indians living abroad in distress. Once Sushma Swaraj said that we will help you even if on the universe, on the another planet like the Mars and all, Indian army will be there. We will be there. External Affairs Ministry will be there to help you. So that is the Madad portal, to help any Indians abroad in distress. Pravasi Bharati Divas we used to celebrate for the people of the India living abroad. For the Indian people living abroad, we celebrate this Pravasi Bharati Divas. So remember it. Now the Pravasi Kaushal Vikas Yojana, it is launched to skill and train our youth. Like suppose in India, most of the women get the degree of the nurse to work in the Saudi Arab. So through this Yojana, through this scheme, we are launching skilling of the people. Another scheme, another work like missions like Operation Rahat, Sankat Mochan, Operation Rahat, and the Vande Bharat mission. Like in the COVID situation, most of the our NRIs were brought back with the Vande Bharat missions and all. So similarly, Operation Rahat was launched to rescue Indian from war land of Yemen, and Operation Sankat Mochan was launched to rescue from the South Sudan. So these were the basic steps that were taken by the government for the Indian diaspora. So the main overview of this lecture was that the importance of the Indian diaspora and the challenges that they are facing. So there is a need for the government to overcome those challenges by talking with the other nations, with improving with the talk with the other nations, and the current government is doing very well in getting better relations with the other nations internationally. Like we will see supply chain resilience initiative is taken. I have made a separate lecture in that supply chain resilience initiative, SCRI. It was between India, Japan and Australia. Further in the now we have a one more quadrilateral forms like USA, Japan, Australia and India are coming together. So these are the steps that is taken by the government that forms international with the good relations with the other nations, and ultimately it will help to our Indian diaspora as well as in the economy. So this was all in this lecture. I hope you have liked it. Please subscribe. Your subscription is a form of payment for me. It is a new channel. I need your support, and if you have any suggestions, if you want any on-demand video lecture, please feel free to ping on my Twitter handle. Thank you.